Okay, so check it. One of the best videos I've done all year long was well before we hit our bubble of growth this year. As you guys know, the channel has really exploded, and I want to say thank you to you guys for helping this channel grow in Madden 23. I cannot wait to see what Madden 24 has in store.
I dress myself in cashmere! Woo! 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 Woo!
So in today's video, I'm actually going to circle back on one of the best tips I think that I've done all year long, and it's something that got glossed over just due to circumstance. Let's go ahead and get right into it. What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the best, if not the best, coverage secret that you guys can use in any defense in Madden 23, and that is how to go back and forth multiple times per play pre-snap between your match rules and your zone drops. How many times have you played Madden where your opponent comes out in a formation where maybe you want to play match rules against it? So you reset your play because you have zone drops on, and then they audible to something where you're like, oh man, I wish I had my zone drop back. And of course, you don't have a way to get there. Or do you? That is where we're going to remind you guys of arguably the best coverage tip in the game. So let's go ahead and set this up here. I'm not going to yap too much about it. You guys know that there are multiple ways to guard corner routes in this game. We've talked about so many of them, but one of the more forgotten ways to guard them is the zone drop. So the 30-yard flat is definitely something that a lot of players really like to use. However, a way that a lot of players like to guard corner routes is using match coverage, in particular your match quarters, palms, cover 6, and cover 9. The problem is we've been taught over the years that you can't have match coverage on and also have any of the zone drops profiles set because that will override your match setting. Or does it? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn match on. I'm going to have 30-yard blues set for my flats, and I'm going to come out in cover 4 quarters. Now, again, what we just talked about is based off of what we know. Because I have a zone drop set in the background, this cover 4 match coverage that I just showed you is going to play something more representative of cover 4 drop. Now, depending on what side of the field you're on, this could be fine. It could guard okay. But again, there's going to be certain times where you're going to have pull routes, things like that, that are going to end up working. And this is something where traditionally, if you guys were to want to play match against this route combo, quarters would get the job done because it has what is called the box check. So what I'm going to do here is the first thing that we talk about is if you want to kind of turn on your match rules, all you have to do is reset your play. So what we do is we reset the play, and this is supposed to turn on your match. So now when we snap this ball, you see that we've got the match coverage, and you see that Dion swaps onto the corner route, and he's able to guard that in the match coverage. So we were able to set a zone drop and still be able to turn on match at the same time with both of them active. But this is the problem. This is the problem. Let's say for whatever reason, we're playing somebody that, you know, for whatever reason, we need zone drops on. Maybe our opponent is smart and they have a beater that they'll run that maybe involves kind of beating our match coverage by running a runoff route, and they motion out. And they have this street corner flat that kind of would look something like this, where you're going to end up with this route combo. In which case we decide, okay, well, I don't want to play match coverage anymore. I just want to play my 30-yard on the sideline, and I'll keep a safety over the top because now he's beating us with this particular route combo. So when they snap the ball, now your guy's dropping to that 30-yard blue and it's covered. Your zone drops are great there. But what if you're playing somebody that is kind of savvy and they do a lot of different things? We have that 30-yard blue on. We decide not to use it when we break the huddle because we want to play our match. So we go ahead and we basically reset our play. So X left trigger on our controller. Now we're back in match quarters stock, right? But for whatever reason, now our opponent decides to audible into something else. Let's just say for whatever reason, it's 4 verticals out of this formation. And now all of a sudden, I'm really worried about a route to the left side of the field that is going to beat my coverage for whatever reason. And I decide, you know what? I want to go back to that particular coverage. I want to be able to play my 30-yard blue again. Well, the trick is you guys need to keep the play that you come out of the huddle in also in your audibles. So in this case, I'm in cover 4 quarters, but we have match on. I want to audible into cover 4 quarters with zone drops on. we've already reset our play to turn the match on. I have to re-audible back into that play, not reset again, re-audible back into that play. Now zone drops are back active. And if I put that blue on the field, now the left corner on that side is going to end up playing his 30-yard blue on the left. So take a look at this. If I snap this ball, you see that he's dropping all the way back to 30. And if I go to throw that little corner route, boom, he's right there for the interception or the swat. This allows you to be able to break the huddle, have your zone drops on, reset your play to turn on match, but oh no, my opponent did something that beats match. I want those back on. You re-audible back into your play. This is a very, very easy way to make this happen. Another thing that you guys could do with this is, again, we're facing somebody for whatever reason that is going to make us decide that, okay, I want to go ahead and reset my play. I came out in quarters. I now have match on. Straight up match, no zone drops. But for whatever reason, once again, they audible into a play that, or they do something in their offense that makes us decide, you know what, I really do want that blue zone on the outside to the right. Again, I would like to be able to get him to drop to 30. All you have to do is call any other play in your audibles that has that zone color that you set, in this case, a blue zone, the cloud flat, and now it will play 30. So this allows you now to be able to have that corner on the right drop all the way underneath that. And if they go to throw that, obviously right there, Cooper Kupp did a really good job still getting behind it, which is a different story. Zone drops do drop slow, so you don't want to basically press. You want to actually back those guys up. You're going to be able to guard those things a little bit easier. This works the other way around as well. So let's say for whatever reason, I wanted to come out in my inverted cover 3. I have some matching principles that I rather love out of my inverted cover 3. Namely, I can get my slot vert hook to match the tight formation corner route. So in this case, I've got 30-yard blues on. You can see they're dropped all the way back. If I reset my play, you're going to see here that you're going to note that if we reset the play here, you have the zones at a regular depth. This is going to tell you right now that our zone drops are off and our match is on. I want you to watch Peppers here. So I set up my coverage, and if they run a streak in a corner here, you're going to see that Peppers, it's going to turn and match that corner route to the left side of the field. We've talked about this before right here on the channel. So again, we broke the huddle with 30-yard blues active. We reset our play to turn the match back on within our cover 2 defense. And this allowed us to play the vertical hook in the match roll that was able to match the corner route, so that way they can't throw it over the top of our cloud flat. Pretty easy way to do this, right? So let's say now we're in the same situation. Okay, my opponent is setting up a streak corner combo to the short side of the field. I, don't want to deal with that. They're flooding me. I want to go ahead and reset my play. So we reset our play, and in over G it flips the safeties and the nickel corner. That's another topic, but we're still back in match. Vert hook's ready. But then all of a sudden they do something like this. They motion, and it's like, oh no, this is bad. Now they're in trips, or now they're in a set where that vert hook isn't going to do this anymore. It's going to do something completely different. This is where having cover 2 in your audibles allows me to say, nah, you know what? I'm just going to re-audible into cover 2. My zone drops are back active. And now when we snap the ball and they go to shove that corner route into the sideline, you're going to see that the B corner on the outside, Ed Reed, is going to drop to 30 yards. Now, again, you don't want to play him up in a press alignment, but you're going to see, definitely can tell that he's backing all the way up to 30 yards for the purpose of being able to intercept or swat that ball. So this is how you are able to play with zone drops on, the match switch on, so you can reset your play when you break the huddle and call your match rules. But then on the fly, if you ever need your zone drops to turn back on, you call the play from the audible. So this is the rare instance of Madden where you actually put the play that you want to break the huddle in your audibles, just in case you want to call back upon your zone drops. I wanted to put this back out in front of you guys, especially because it's later in the year and you guys may be trying to kind of brush up on your Madden acumen and get prepared for Madden 24. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure that you guys give the video a like. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you want more, check out Gridiron Game Plans. Otherwise, we'll see you guys right back here tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.